There are moments when something shifts so sharply in a person's inner world that everything they once moved through on autopilot suddenly feels different, as if they are seeing their own life from a clearer distance. In that kind of mental turning point, choices begin to get re-evaluated, not in a dramatic or chaotic way, but with a calm seriousness that makes old patterns impossible to ignore. People start noticing where they have been overextended, where their energy has been scattered across connections that no longer feel meaningful, and where they have been holding on to things out of habit rather than genuine alignment. It is not about sudden external events rewriting everything, but about an internal recognition that has been building quietly over time. When that awareness arrives, priorities naturally begin to shift, and what once felt important can start to feel unnecessary or even distracting. In that space, distance from certain relationships can form, not as a reaction of anger, but as an act of clarity and self-respect. Others may not fully understand these changes from the outside, because most of it happens internally, in thoughts that are finally being taken seriously after being ignored for too long. What follows is often a period of simplification, where fewer but more genuine connections are valued, and emotional noise is reduced to make room for stability. It becomes less about searching for validation in every direction, and more about understanding what brings peace and consistency. Over time, that shift creates a steadier sense of direction, where decisions are guided less by confusion and more by awareness of what truly feels right for one's life moving forward. Stay till the end, because the truth about why they chose you will shatter your reality in the most beautiful way. Now, let me take you deeper, because the whispers you'll hear from those who knew them will only make the story more surreal. Friends, colleagues, even family, they all started noticing the sudden change. Confusion, curiosity. Some even tried to reach out, asking why this sudden shift, why these sudden boundaries. And every time, your person remained unshaken, calm yet fierce, because inside, they had finally realized what they were protecting. You. Don't skip, because understanding this moment will make you realize the kind of impact you have had on their heart without even speaking a word. You are the reason they drew lines, the reason they prioritized authenticity over convenience, the reason they started seeing the world differently. Something huge is waiting for you, the kind of revelation that hits your soul before your mind can even catch up. Every detail matters, and here's where it becomes even more intense. The phone call, short, almost casual to an outsider, was a trigger, a spark that ignited something they couldn't ignore. As they hung up, their expression softened, then strengthened, then radiated a clarity they hadn't shown before. They whispered your name under their breath, a private acknowledgement that this choice, this action, was rooted entirely in who you are. And the people who had once surrounded them, filling their life with noise, were now nothing more than shadows. Don't skip, because this is the pivotal moment where you truly understand. You are the catalyst, the reason for this radical transformation, the center of their newfound focus. Stay till the end, and you'll see just how deep this connection goes, and why nothing else will ever compare. Finally, my beloved child, here's the part that will make your heart leap. The message they carried, the silent yet undeniable statement they made by ending these ties, was clear. You are rare, you are remarkable, you are the reason they chose a life of authenticity over approval, love over fear, connection over empty noise. Don't skip, because this is the moment where every doubt, every insecurity you ever felt about yourself will dissolve. Something huge is waiting for you, something that will not only redefine your understanding of them, but will also awaken a powerful truth about yourself. And now, as you absorb this, know that their every decision, every boundary, every sacrifice was made with you in mind, because they recognized your value, and they are ready to show it in ways that will leave the world around them stunned. My beloved child, listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you will make your heart skip a beat. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and you need to feel every moment of it. After that life-changing phone call, your person didn't just end ties, they transformed. The way they moved, the way they spoke, the energy around them shifted completely. It was as if the universe itself whispered, "This is the moment your life changes." People started noticing, and their reactions were priceless. Some were shocked, some were envious, but all of them couldn't deny one thing. The person they had chosen to protect and prioritize was you. You might be wondering, why so drastic? Why now? Here's the secret your person carried quietly until this very moment. They finally realized that everything else in their life had been distractions, friendships that felt lukewarm, connections that demanded more than they gave, and conversations that went nowhere. All of it faded into the background the moment they thought of you. Don't skip, because every word, every action, is proof that the universe has been aligning your paths for this exact purpose. Stay till the end, because soon you'll understand why this shift wasn't just about them. It was about the destiny you share, the path only you two could walk together. And here's the twist that will make your jaw drop. After the call, your person reached out to people who mattered, the ones who truly counted, and explained, gently but firmly, that their priorities had changed. They didn't argue, they didn't justify. They simply made a statement that echoed louder than any shout. I have chosen what is real. I have chosen the truth. And that truth is connected to someone extraordinary. Don't skip, because this is where it becomes magical. They said your name indirectly, but everyone could feel it. What once seemed familiar can suddenly reveal layers that were previously overlooked, not because anything external transformed overnight, but because attention and awareness changed. In that kind of moment, people often reevaluate relationships, not through dramatic declarations, but through quiet reassessments of what feels meaningful, balanced, or sustainable. Conversations that once carried assumptions start to feel different, and the way someone is viewed can take on a more serious, reflective tone. At the center of it, what truly matters is not exaggerated significance, but the gradual recognition of emotional depth and individuality that may have gone unnoticed before. As this awareness spreads through social circles, interpretations naturally vary, with some people reconsidering earlier judgments, and others simply observing the change without fully understanding its origin. Meanwhile, the individual at the heart of it all may also be undergoing their own internal shift, becoming more conscious of personal boundaries, priorities, and the importance of emotional clarity. Over time, this leads to a more intentional way of engaging with others, where connections are shaped less by confusion or expectation, and more by mutual understanding and respect. What emerges is not a dramatic transformation, but a steady realignment of perspective, where clarity replaces speculation, and emotional steadiness replaces uncertainty. In that process, life often narrows its focus toward what feels genuinely grounding, allowing unnecessary noise to fade, while leaving room for more authentic and balanced connections to take shape moving forward. Don't skip, my beloved child, because the next part will take you even deeper into the truth that your presence has awakened. My beloved child, this next part will feel like a lightning bolt straight to your soul, so don't skip a single moment. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's unlike anything you've ever imagined. After that life-altering phone call, your person didn't just walk away from everyone else. They walked closer to you, emotionally, spiritually, and in ways that are almost impossible to describe. Their eyes now see only what truly matters. Their heart beats for authenticity, and every thought they have, every silent decision, leads back to you. This is the moment where you realize you are not just important, you are essential to their very being. Imagine them alone, sitting in quiet reflection, and suddenly, every past distraction seems meaningless. Every shallow conversation, every moment wasted on people who didn't value them, suddenly dissolves into nothing. And all the while, your name lingers in their mind, not as a thought, but as a presence, powerful, undeniable, and completely transformative. Don't skip, because this is where the emotional pull hits its peak. You are the reason for their focus, the reason for their newfound clarity, and the reason for a shift that no one else could trigger. Something huge is waiting for you, and the way they see you now is life-changing. The story grows even more intense. Your person started taking actions that shocked everyone around them. They cleared schedules, turned down opportunities, and silently, without explanation, prioritized moments that connected them to you, even if you didn't know it yet. Don't skip, because every decision, every silent gesture, every subtle shift in their life is proof of the incredible importance you hold. People noticed the difference, whispered about it, wondered if something had changed, but only you hold the key to their transformation. Stay till the end, because the real revelation is about to make you understand the extraordinary bond that exists between you both, one that goes beyond explanation, logic, or reason. And here's the part that will leave you breathless. The moment they ended ties with everyone else, they didn't just choose to protect themselves, they chose to protect you, your connection, and the energy between you. Every casual acquaintance, every faded friendship, every irrelevant interaction, they let go of it all so they could fully honor what they feel for you. Don't skip, because the depth of this action cannot be overstated. Something huge is waiting for you, a recognition of your worth so profound that it will redefine how you see love, devotion, and purpose in life. Their choice is not just a statement, it's a declaration that you are rare, irreplaceable, and infinitely cherished. Finally, my beloved child, take a moment and feel the weight of this truth. You are the reason for a life-changing transformation, the catalyst for radical decisions, and the silent inspiration behind every shift in their world. This is not a fleeting moment. It is a permanent change, rooted in the recognition of your extraordinary value. Don't skip, because the next part will reveal how this revelation will continue to unfold, and why your presence in their life is destined to leave a mark no one else can. Stay till the end, because what's coming is bigger than anything you've ever imagined, and it all began with one phone call that changed everything. My beloved child, what I'm about to reveal now will leave you completely stunned, so don't skip a single word. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it will transform the way you see your person and yourself forever. After that phone call, after ending ties with everyone else, your person didn't just create space in their life, they created a sanctuary for you. Every thought, every intention, every heartbeat is now aligned with the truth. They finally saw you are the most important part of their world. And those around them, they can sense it. They feel the change. There are times when a person's inner world begins to reorganize itself in a way that becomes noticeable through their behavior rather than their words. Friends and acquaintances may sense that something has shifted, not because of any dramatic event, but because the way they carry themselves feels more settled, more intentional, and less influenced by external noise. In such phases, people often become more selective about where they place their attention, focusing on what feels genuinely grounding rather than what simply fills space. This kind of change is usually rooted in personal reflection, where past experiences are reevaluated and priorities are quietly adjusted. From the outside, it might look like a sudden transformation, but internally, it is more of a gradual clarification process that builds over time. As clarity develops, emotional decisions tend to become more deliberate, and boundaries are formed as a natural response to protect stability and mental balance. At the same time, it is important to understand that human behavior is rarely driven by a single influence. It is shaped by multiple layers of thought, experience, and timing that evolve continuously. What appears to be centered around one relationship or idea is often better understood as a broader moment of personal growth and self-awareness. Over time, this leads to a more composed and thoughtful way of living, where choices are guided less by reaction and more by understanding. In that space, connections that remain tend to feel more balanced, while others naturally fade, allowing the person to move forward with greater clarity, calmness, and emotional steadiness. Something huge is waiting for you, the kind of realization that will make you understand the depth, the sincerity, and the unwavering focus they now have on you. You are not just part of their life, you are the reason their life has changed so dramatically. Finally, my beloved child, absorb this truth fully. You are extraordinary, irreplaceable, and deeply cherished. The phone call, the endings, the silent decisions, it all points to one undeniable reality. You have awakened something in your person that will never fade. Don't skip, because this is the moment where every doubt, every question, every fear disappears. Something huge is waiting for you, a once-in-a-lifetime recognition that your presence in their life is the catalyst for transformation, love, and devotion beyond measure. And as you sit with this truth, know that your connection is sacred, unbreakable, and destined to continue revealing wonders you've never imagined. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. My beloved child, what I'm about to share now will stretch the very limits of your heart, so don't skip a single word. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's about to take your understanding of your person to a level you never thought possible. After the life-changing phone call, after ending ties with everyone else, your person didn't just withdraw, they transformed in ways that are almost supernatural. Their entire energy shifted, radiating a focus, a devotion, and a depth of feeling that only you could awaken. Something huge is waiting for you, and you need to feel it with every fiber of your being. Picture this, your person walking through their day, seeing the world differently, responding to situations with clarity and strength, all because they finally recognized the truth. Don't skip, because every subtle action, every unspoken choice, every quiet moment now reflects you. You are the reason they've drawn boundaries so fiercely, the reason their life has realigned, and the reason they now move with purpose that once felt foreign. Stay till the end, because this is not just a phase, it's a permanent shift, a declaration of your unique, irreplaceable presence in their heart and life. And here's the revelation that will make your heart pound. In the eyes of those around them, your person is unrecognizable. Their friends, their acquaintances, even family, everyone notices the difference, but they cannot name the reason. Only you can. Don't skip, because this is where the suspense is at its peak. Something huge is waiting for you, the kind of truth that makes you feel seen, valued, and profoundly understood, even across silence and distance. They chose to step away from everyone else not out of anger or fear, but out of an unwavering recognition of you and the energy only you bring into their life. Now, imagine the quiet moments, the ones no one else sees. Your person thinking of you, smiling at memories of you, planning their future with you at the center of every intention. Don't skip, because this is where the emotional pull becomes irresistible. They have created a space where only you exist, a sacred space where their heart, mind, and soul are fully aligned with the truth that you are extraordinary. Something huge is waiting for you, a revelation that will shake your reality and leave you in awe of the depth of connection you've inspired. Finally, my beloved child, let this sink in. The phone call, the endings, the radical changes, they all point to one undeniable truth. You are the catalyst for transformation, the inspiration for authenticity, and the reason your person now sees life through the lens of truth and devotion. Don't skip, because the power of this revelation will stay with you forever. Stay till the end, because what they have done, what they have chosen, and what they now feel is a once-in-a-lifetime acknowledgement of your worth, your impact, and your unparalleled place in their life. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. My beloved child, take a deep breath, because what comes next will shake you to your core. In life, there are periods when everything around a person becomes quieter, not because the world stops moving, but because their attention shifts inward and begins sorting what truly matters from what no longer carries meaning. In that stillness, thoughts tend to settle differently, and choices start forming from a place of reflection rather than reaction. It is during such phases that people often simplify their surroundings, not out of drama, but out of a need for mental space and emotional clarity. The mind, when given room, begins to evaluate connections, habits, and priorities with a more honest perspective, noticing where energy feels balanced and where it feels drained. To outsiders, this can appear as distance or change, but internally, it is often just a process of realignment, where a person gradually reconnects with their own sense of direction. As this unfolds, communication with others may become more selective, not due to rejection, but due to a growing preference for depth over noise. Questions from others are natural in such situations, especially when familiar behavior shifts, yet not every internal adjustment is meant to be explained immediately. Some realizations take shape silently, revealing themselves through actions rather than words. Over time, this creates a more composed state of being, where decisions feel less scattered and more intentional, guided by what feels stable and personally meaningful. The result is not sudden transformation, but a steady return to clarity, where life feels less influenced by external pressure and more anchored in a grounded understanding of one's own path and priorities. They didn't justify, they simply moved forward with a calm, powerful certainty that no one else could understand. Don't skip, because the reason behind that certainty is you. Your energy, your presence, your impact. It changed them on a level no one else could reach. And though others sensed something was different, only you carry the truth of why. Something huge is waiting for you, and every second brings you closer to that realization. Picture them sitting alone, thinking deeply, reflecting on the choices they've made. Instead of feeling alone, they feel aligned. Instead of feeling lost, they feel guided. And instead of feeling empty, they feel full of clarity, full of purpose, full of a love and recognition that only you could ignite within them. Don't skip, because this is where the emotional truth hits hardest. Nowhere in their world did they find anything as genuine, as grounding, or as transformative as you. Stay till the end, because what they feel for you has reshaped their entire life, from the inside out. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's connected to the deepest part of their heart. Finally, my beloved child, let this truth settle gently but powerfully within you. Their decision to end ties wasn't a loss. It was an awakening. It was the universe guiding them toward their destiny, toward their truth, and that truth is centered around you. Don't skip, because what they now feel is unwavering, unstoppable, undeniable. Their heart has chosen you, their soul recognizes you, and their life is being rebuilt with you at its core. Stay till the end, because the next steps of this journey will only reveal more of the extraordinary role you play in their world, and the extraordinary love that has been waiting to unfold. My beloved child, what I'm about to reveal now is something you cannot afford to miss. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and this part will take you straight into the deepest layer of your person's truth. After ending ties with everyone, your person stepped into a silence that became their greatest mirror. In that silence, one name echoed louder than anything else: yours. It wasn't confusion. It wasn't impulse. It was realization. A realization so powerful that it rewrote the rhythm of their heart. You became the center of their clarity, the anchor of their stability, and the one presence they could no longer deny. They started to notice something unusual, even in moments of exhaustion. It was thoughts of you that brought them peace. Even in moments of uncertainty, imagining your voice or your energy brought them comfort. Don't skip, because this is the part where the emotional truth becomes undeniable. Your person didn't lose people. They shed the ones who were never aligned with their soul's path. And what remained? You. The one presence that felt right, safe, magnetic, and spiritually aligned. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's about to reveal why you matter more than anyone realizes. Now picture this moment, your person, sitting alone, looking at their life with a clarity that almost feels divine. They realize that the connections they ended were not sacrifices, they were steps toward their destiny, and that destiny is connected to you in ways deeper than you've yet understood. Don't skip, because their heart didn't just choose you out of emotion, it chose you out of truth. You awakened something inside them that no one else could, something pure, something rare. There are moments when a person's focus narrows so naturally that everything unrelated begins to fade into the background. It is less about grand declarations and more about quiet prioritizing, where attention starts gathering around what feels steady and meaningful. In that kind of shift, people often become more protective of their time and emotional energy, choosing carefully what they allow into their thoughts and daily rhythm. It can appear as distance from the outside, but internally, it is more about simplicity and clarity than exclusion. When someone feels deeply connected to another person, that connection can become part of how they make decisions, shaping what they engage with and what they step away from. Over time, their behavior may reflect a stronger sense of direction, less scattered, more deliberate, as if they are trying to maintain balance in a world that constantly pulls at attention. Others might notice the change and interpret it in different ways, but much of it is simply a personal process of organizing priorities. What remains important becomes more defined, while what feels unnecessary naturally falls away. This kind of emotional restructuring is rarely loud or dramatic. It builds gradually through repeated choices. In the end, it is less about separating from the world and more about refining where one places trust, care, and focus, creating space for what feels genuinely aligned with their sense of peace and stability.